Hello. This is number, hold on, I wrote it down. Number 9. This is Tiffany. I'm the Conscious Crafter. You can find me on Ravelry as Conscious Crafter, Instagram as The Conscious Crafter, and now Facebook as the Conscious Crafter podcast. I've made a group. I know last week or whatever last time I did the video, I said that the Facebook page was open and everything, but now I've made it into a group rather than my own separate page. So if you search on Facebook for the Conscious Crafter podcast, that's me. So hopefully that worked out. I haven't had anything on it because no one's there to look at anything, so I haven't put anything on it. So if you join, I'll put stuff on it. There you go. So I kind of want to make this fast because my husband is here tonight, and it's usually our date night. So I want to get it done and finished so I can go and spend time with him. And my parents are coming over this weekend, so I can't film during that weekend. So I have a time crunch here. So let's get started. I want to first talk about 2 people that are really cool that I have run into in my internet travels. On Ravelry, on the Vegan Knitters and Crocheters board, a while ago when I first started the videos, I sent basically a post saying that, hey, come watch my videos. I haven't found any vegan YouTubers that crochet and knit and stuff. Come watch my videos. Just recently, a woman by the name of Rose, and her Ravelry name is Knee High, like knee-high socks, knee-high, and she said that she would add me to her blog. And I was like, oh cool, that's awesome. I've gotten so many new subscribers, so hi, hello, thank you so much for seeing me. I'm so glad to meet you, kind of, in a virtual way. So I want to say thank you to her because that's awesome, and I think that's wonderful, and my viewership has gone way up. So thank you very much. It's a nice little boost to have that in my email and my YouTube feed. So that's really cool. The next person I want to talk about is another YouTuber, and she goes by the name of Crocheters of Awesome, which is a really cool name. I think she's relatively new. I don't know for certain. But the video I watched was called Woman's World. And she talked about the song by Cher, which I hadn't heard before. But the main part that I was really felt great about watching was she talked about hate and how if the world was more womanly, more feminist, more nurturing, could we solve this hate problem in a sense where I don't think we do. I think we are too masculine about it. I think what she was saying was it was a very feminist approach. It was saying, you know, we need to spend time nurturing and caring and loving for people and being kind to people rather than hating people. And so the only way to combat that hate is with love. I know how frilly and head in the sky that sounds, but I think it needs to happen. And the sad part about it is we've got groups like what happened in Charlesville? Oh my gosh, I know that. But you know what I mean. When the guy from the alt-right drove the car into the crowd. That guy. That event. When you've got people like that, and then you've got what a lot of other people call is the alt-left, which I don't want to get too political because that could go on forever. But I think that's kind of a generalization that is incorrect. You have the anti-fascists who are trying to eliminate hate. Do I think they're fine in beating other people up? No, of course not. But I don't think the grand majority of them are hateful people, or hurtful people, really. And I think when people try to describe the 2 people as the same, as alt-right and alt-left, is you're missing the whole main point of white nationalists. White nationalists are specifically hateful people. They want to do harm to other people. Whereas anti-fascists, although they may use violence at times, they are not trying to get rid of a whole race of people. Okay, so I don't want to go too far into that because I don't want to be too controversial. I already am already. But yeah, I think it's generalization to say that. But going back to the Crocheter of Awesome, she was talking about this very highly feminist way of thinking, is that we need to promote nurturing and caring and all of these feminist traits that we tend to push aside as weak or as unimportant. And I think we need to embrace those traits in a human and boost them and uphold them and say, this is what's important in our society. Individualism aside, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but you need to be loved. You need to love people. You need to care about people, regardless of who they are. And I commented with that on her page that we need to raise our children in that environment. We need to continue to push a more nurturing and more loving and more kind society on into future decades, rather than live and let be, which she brought up in her video and she's in a different way. But yeah, so of course there's my tangent for the episode. Sorry. I hope that all made sense. I'm better at writing things down, and when it comes out of my mouth, it comes off as a word barf. So, moral of the story is, love people. So, I've got 2 finished objects, I think. Maybe 3. No, 3. 3, I just finished one last night. And I'll show that one first. So I have this poncho. It is the lacy trellis poncho. And I've done it in the, I know this, gelato pop. Sweet roll. It was super easy, super fun. I increased 2 extra rows, and that seemed to work fine for me. I also added the single row of, or 2 rows of single crochet on the bottom to kind of pull it together, because it kind of was rolling up and I didn't like it. So anyway, that was fun. And I think it would look really cute with a pair of jeans and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I like it. So then I have the tailor vest. And I said that this was going to be a, it was going to be something. I'll think of it here in a second. It was going to be a scrap, there we go, scrap project. Because it was just used with yarns that I have extra of, but not enough to do a lot of things with. So I kind of just added them. So this is Red Heart something. The gray is Big Twist, Sincerely. The pink is Red Heart, I believe. And then this is another Sweet Roll, which is the Pepper Swirl. So I'm definitely going to do this again, because I really thought this was an easy, basic pattern for me to follow, and I didn't feel overwhelmed at all. I just don't like my yarns. I really don't like the yarns. It looks okay on the camera, but it's just, I don't know, I just don't like it. Have you ever done something you just don't like? You thought it was going to look really awesome, and then it just didn't look like you wanted it to look, and you're disappointed? That's kind of where I'm at. So, I don't know, I may rip it out and just use these yarns for something else, or just redo do the project completely. I don't know. But there's that. It's done. And then I have the mantra shawl, which if you follow me on Instagram, I said it was turned into like a cape, because I can't figure, I mean, it's not big enough for a shawl. Mine didn't turn out as big as theirs on the picture. This is a Lion Brand pattern. Yeah. So it's not big like a shawl big, but it is big enough to, let me see if this works. It is big enough. There we go. Uses the kind of like a cape style. I don't know. I wanted to do this project because I wanted to get rid of this yarn. I'm not a big fan of homespun. But I do like Randy's blanket she's making with homespun. That's a good idea. I think if I ever come across like marked down homespun, like at the thrift store or something, maybe I'll pick it up and just make a blanket out of it. I don't know. But I wanted to make that shawl so I could get rid of the yarn, and it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I mean, it's cute and the colors are kind of cute together, and it's warm and it's soft and stuff, so I think I said before it's going to be like a generic gift for somebody, like, I need to give something to somebody, here you go. I don't know. So that's all my finished stuff. It's kind of a failure week. Like a finished fails. Finished fails? Yeah. So I haven't been working on much of anything else either. I've been working on this. It's a, what is this? It's a glove, people. It's a glove. If you can't figure that out, it's a glove. Sorry. It's a glove, and it's a V-stitch. It's by Tea Time Crochet. She's a YouTuber. It's easy. It's really, really easy. I'm doing it with Dragonfly Unforgettable Boutique. And that's easy. I got one so far. I'm taking forever to sew the sides. I don't know why I don't just do it, but I don't. What else do I have? Oh, I'm doing this kind of weird hat. I don't know why I decided to do this in this yarn either, but I did, so I made a weird choice. Again, I'm having a moment of failures this week. Golly gee. Okay. So this is Fallen Leaves hat. It's going to be a slouchy. And I'm doing it, oddly enough, in, it's baby yarn, but it comes in like those huge big pounds of yarn style. And I'm doing a hat in it. I don't know if I'm digging it. I don't know. I was thinking about, I was doing a row today, and I thought, maybe I'll just tear it out. But I really want to finish it and see how it works. And it's just I don't know if I like the lace part of it. I'm not really seeing the pattern yet. I mean, I do a little bit because you got 1, 2, 3 there. I see it a little bit, but not a lot. So I don't know. I'll keep working on it because I will. But yeah, it's a week of failures, I guess. Nothing is working out right. Everything's kind of blah. Nothing's really fun. I am starting a cardigan, a knit cardigan for myself, which is going to be fun. It's going to be pink, white, and maybe yellow. We'll see. It should have enough yarn just with the pink and the white. And then for my kids, I'm going to make my kids and my nieces, I'm going to make, I don't know if they watch this. I'm not going to say anything, just in case they watch. But I've figured out what I'm going to do for Christmas for them, and I'm really excited. I'm so excited. It's like my first big project that, I've planned for, so I'm excited. So, I'll move on to my unraveled yarns that I've been doing, and I'm absolutely in love with them. I'm excited. So, again, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this, but it's peach colored cotton. I know, of course, it's really wrinkly right now because it's unraveled, but let's see. I don't know if it's going to focus. Maybe not. Oh, I just did it earlier. Dang it. Anyways, it's peach cotton in DK weight, and it's really pretty, and it's super soft. It feels almost like a cotton acrylic, even though it's 100% acrylic. It's really, really nice. The other, you've seen this before a long time ago when I first bought the sweater. And now now that I've got my nitty naughty, I'm able to wind it kind of to figure out the yardage and then make it into a pretty little hike. This is my linen. Let's see if this might not either. Let's put it closer maybe. I don't know, guys. Sorry. Oh, that didn't work out. I am so sorry. That just was a fail. See? Fail. Fail, fail, fail. Everything is a fail. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, so pool. Holy crud. My kids are like off and running through the pool now. So Leah got her little kickboard and she's off into the 5 feet end and back, and my son is like dog paddling all by himself in his little floaty. Mind you, he's only 3, so he's tiny, but he's jumping into the pool, and they have guts that I don't have. I'm sitting here having a heart attack every single time, but they love it. They spend pretty much every week in the pool, so that's going to be really sad when the pool closes. So we'll have to find something else. What else? Oh, I have a question. So now this is my first Christmas that I'm actively knitting or crocheting gifts for people. And of course, and I'm sure this is very common, I want to knit everybody everything. So what do you knit or crochet for people who are unknit and crochet worthy? People who don't like crafty gifts, or they probably like them, but they won't, they're leery of it, if that makes sense. I have people that I want to give gifts to that I don't think would appreciate the work it would take, but at the same time, I don't want to them to be the only person who doesn't get something. You know, I don't want them to see everybody getting all these really cool handmade stuff and then them not getting anything. So what do you make for those people? I was thinking washcloths, but that's kind of generic. I was thinking gloves, but I don't know if they'd wear gloves. I don't know. So tell me what you've made that's gone over well. For people who aren't necessarily, terribly excited about getting something crafty. I think that's it for me for now. So kind of a short video. I feel bad about my rant that I just had in the beginning. I don't know, I feel like I should fix it, but I don't think there's really anything I said that was wrong or bad. Just that, I think sometimes we like to generalize groups of people and compare and contrast them and things, and I think we forget the history of the one group and try to compare it to them, but you can't. It's kind of like comparing apples and oranges. And I'm not saying that it's okay for anybody to commit violence against anybody. I don't think you should openly try to go out and hurt people. But when you're a person of an oppressed group who feels threatened by this one particular group, you can't fault them for being angry. You can't fault them for being fearful or scared. Yeah. I'm pretty anarchist, so the black bloc part of AntiFa isn't what I would classify as a terrorist type of thing that I've seen a lot of other news groups like to classify them as now. Yeah, so I don't want to spend hours on this topic. So if you want to talk about it with me, please. I would love to talk about it. I'm a better typer than I am a talker. So yeah, I shouldn't have brought anything up, but I open my mouth and just stuff comes out. Anyway, so talk to y'all later. Bye.